Education who is nominated by President Trump. She's a businesswoman, billionaire, and a prominent donor to the Republican Party. The problem with Betsy is that Democrats argue she is unqualified due to the fact that she has no experience in the education system. Frankly, Plato would agree with the Democratic Party because he focused on the importance of being knowledgeable on a subject and how rhetoric is used to distort or cover up lack of knowledge. Betsy Devos has no experience in the education system, and she herself and her kids were educated in private schooling. One example in which Betsy used false knowledge was when she was asked about whether or not guns should be used in school. Betsy agreed that guns should be carried around in schools, and she argued that they need to be in schools to protect the students from grizzlies. Unfortunately, her answer wasn't too valid when she was asked that question. She used a faulty example, and the school in Wyoming that she talked about had a grizzly problem, but they never actually had any threatening incidents with grizzly bears, the students.
Another example of her using rhetoric to cover up her lack of knowledge on the subject of education was giving an interview where she was asked whether or not she was fully committed to funding public education, and this is the quote to her answer. I look forward, if continued, to working with you to talk about how we address the needs of all parents and all students. We acknowledge today that not all schools are working for the students that are assigned to them. I'm hopeful that we can work together to find common ground in ways that we can solve these issues and empower parents to make choices on behalf of their children that are right for them. She gives an answer, but it's not really a direct answer. You can tell that she's kind of backtracking in her response to cover up that her true opinion on the matter is that she does not plan on funding public schools. She makes it sound more negotiable than it really is. Clearly, her party does not, they're not supportive of public funding. She's not interested in sharing her own personal opinions on the issue. Rather, she's more interested in changing your opinion of her and on her credibility to the subject. Another example is during that same hearing, she was asked on her opinion between the difference of proficiency and growth. She didn't actually know the difference between the two terms, and so instead she questioned the moderator and made it seem as if he was asking the question incorrectly. Here she's using rhetoric to cover up her lack of knowledge by making it seem as if it's the moderator who's making the mistake. In the end, she creates her own definition to the two terms, and they're not accurate.